Shemai, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're exploring the beautiful coastal town of Tenby in a visit by lens video. Come along with us to discover the beauty we captured in photographs and uncover the rich history behind these incredible places. We start our walk on North Beach by Gosga Rock, a feature of Tenby's landscape. Tenby, a popular holiday destination and a pretty postcard town, but there is more than meets the eye with Tenby. The history of this town dates back to the medieval ages, and through the years the town has welcomed travellers, been part of industry, a battleground and a place of wealth. In the 12th century, the Normans invaded Pembrokeshire, and many coastal towns and villages were under Norman rule. Tenby was one of them, and this is the first piece of history for Tenby, with the remains of the Norman castle on Castle Hill. With the 360 views of the sea and the beaches, the Tenby Castle was a perfect place to defend and attack, to protect the Tenby town. Another feature of Tenby is the walled town. The walled town of Tenby is a 13th century wall that was built around the town to defend from the Welsh natives. The walls can be seen today with the 5 arches at one end and many towers and walls sticking out on the cliff edges on the coastal front. Since the very beginning, Tenby has been known for trade and shipping thanks to its location and the harbour. The harbour has been trading for decades, trading with the Spanish and Portuguese sailors that in 1560 saw the first delivery of oranges to Wales. During the War of the Roses, the harbour was used for smuggling, and a famous Henry Tudor escaped Pembrokeshire Castle to France thanks to Tenby's underground tunnels. He returned to Tenby on his way to conquer the throne of England. In the town, many of the old buildings in Tenby have been reused for 21st century trade and business, almost keeping with tradition. Sergeant Lane was once the home for fishermen, horse stables for the horses that will take their trade inland from the harbour, and trading warehouses to hold stock and produce. Now the buildings are used for brewing and a place to relax and drink from the local brewery, Harbour, who still keep the Tenby tradition and history close to their brand. Tenby has 4 beaches: North, Harbour, Castle and South Beach, all with different views of Tenby and the coast. On Castle Beach, St Catherine's Island, the fortress standing tall on a mound of land. Built during the Napoleon era, this fort was to defend the beaches from possible Napoleon and his army, but was then sold to a wealthy family to be a home, then later became a zoo of all things. Throughout history, the town has been heavily defended. The walls, the castle, the fort, and even recently, the town was heavily defended by gun batteries to protect from a possible Nazi attack. It was never to be, as the Nazis were focused on the ports of Pembroke Dock and Milford Haven. During the war, South Beach was quite often used as a practice range and even was a location for D-Day practice, ready for the day itself. Despite its importance during the Tudor period, Tenby faced a brutal demise in the mid-17th century when a series of battles during the English Civil War saw Oliver Cromwell's forces seize the town in 1648, before the plague then ravaged its population in 1650. Residents were isolated within the walls, while goods and medicines were left outside the town walls for collection. It wasn't until the later Georgian and Victoria era we recognised Tenby of today. Tenby became a holiday destination with citygoers escaping the smoke for the sea breeze. The train line into Tenby quickly became the new transport route for the tourists and continues to present day. Many of the properties in Tenby have the Georgian and Victorian styling, which was built upon the old trading properties and buildings. While today the town is recognised as a holiday destination for visitors from England and across the globe, it does continue to share the past as it continues to be a business town for the 21st century by supporting the tourist industry with fishermen catching for local restaurants, boat trips and activities such as snorkeling and surfing. But most importantly, Tenby is a home, a place where families grow up by the sea and a community continues to thrive, which was witnessed at the sidelines at Tenby Rugby Club. Dinbych y Pysgod, the Fortlet of the Fish. More than a tourist hotspot, a coastal town built by sailors, scarred by history, and a community closely connected by the love of the sea.